Oh, you did that already?
Yes, I just...
Shit. Best we can do so far. Me Matt here.
Killer Kyle.
You know what time it is.
Me Matt's right through the night. Till Daniel's got the size. Wheels of fury on the ground. Engine roaring in the sound. Feel the power, let it rise. With the metal in our eyes. Wheels of fury rolling strong. Together we will carry on. When those wheels do strong. Feel the power's where we belong. Engine roaring, adrenaline surge. No turning back, we're ready to merge. You gotta buckle up and enjoy the ride. We're tearing through the night with pride. You better buckle up and enjoy the ride. We're tearing through the night with pride.
Matt here. This is Killer Kyle. Welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury.
Alright.
This is a new idea, but we'll see how that works.
Kinda works.
Anyways, welcome to another, yeah, I said that, Emergence.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm not quite sure where they're gonna be. I can't remember. But the card looks really good.
Yeah. There's gonna be some, good matches. Oh, Baltimore.
Right? Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw a video on Instagram of Santino making a few of the matches for this card, and I don't know what other matches there are. I just know of a few of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting show for sure.
Yeah.
When those wheels do strong. Feel the power's where we belong.
With Mike Santana taking on Sami Callihan.
That's gonna be cool.
Now, I seen a video on Instagram. It was Tom Hannafin talking with Sammy, and Tom's like, Sammy, I've known you for 20 years. You know, this isn't you. This isn't, you know, how you are, whatever, what's going on. And there's a match that Sammy had with Moose. Moose beat Sammy, and then Moose went on to make some very unsavory comments towards Sammy, talking about his weight and some other things. And Sammy talked about how when he was a kid, he had weight issues, and then, you know, he got into wrestling and whatever. He also talked about how he's been doing some stuff behind the scenes
Okay.
with TNA. I don't know if it probably as like a producer maybe or something along those lines. That would explain why I haven't really seen him wrestle as much as he would. And he basically put out not really a challenge, but he was like, I'm gonna have this match with Mike, a guy I've known for a while, see if I've still got it, see if I'm still the death machine. You know, I can get in shape, I know I can still go, I can still wrestle, whatever the hell. If I lose, maybe I'll consider retiring.
I don't know. I mean, it's almost like Mick Foley in a way. I feel like Mick Foley, well, he retired from WWF anyways in his late 30s. Sami Callihan is in his late 30s, so I don't know how banged up he is.
I really feel like it's one of those things where it's like, because he's been doing a lot more behind the scenes stuff,
Okay.
and he hasn't wrestled that often. It seems like what Moose was saying is like, because you don't wrestle as much, you're not in ring shape anymore, and you essentially lost a step, and Sammy wants to prove it, you know. He's still got it. He can still wrestle. He can still go. Yeah, it may only be, you know, whenever they need me to wrestle, and wrestle, you know, doing like an enhancement match, or do, you know, something along those lines, maybe, or whatever. Or, but if I, you know, lose the mic, I'll, you know, hang it up, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's like, I kind of feel like Sami Callihan's gonna win.
More than likely.
I mean, like, that's the stupidest thing. Oh, if you beat me, I'm not gonna wrestle no more. Like, no. If you still have a lot left in the tank, you're gonna fucking wrestle as long as you can.
Yeah, still wrestle as long as you can. Of course, with him doing, you know, I'll say producer, because I don't really know specifically. With him being a producer with TNA, he will only have opportunities to wrestle here and there, like I said, when they need him to, or whatever. So, I mean,
Like, I bring up Mick Foley. Here's a guy, like I said, his last match in WWE, well, actually was with Randy Orton in 2004. He still went to TNA, he still had a stellar career there. I mean, it depends on how healthy you are, if your body is willing to keep going. I don't know how big Sami Callihan is. He's not that big.
with Sammy having this backstage job, if you will,
Yeah.
and him only wrestling periodically from time to time, he probably, like, I wouldn't necessarily say he's, you know, overweight or anything, but as we have heard talked about several times, there's a difference between being in shape and being in ring shape.
Yeah.
So, I mean, can Sammy still go? I'm sure he can. Does he want to? I'm sure he does. I think it's a psychological thing for
Yeah,
Sammy.
I know. Well, still, thumbs up. Thumbs down.
Engine roaring through the surf. No turning back.
Ryan Nemeth taking on the hometown man. So, I'm sure it's no secret to anybody by now. The hometown man is obviously Cody Deaner. Now, Matt and I have talked about the fact that Cody's contract was coming up and he was fighting for his job, you know, trying to keep his job. He had one last match against, was it Nick? At was it Sacrifice? Or a few months ago, and he lost. It's like, oh well, Cody's career is done. His contract is up. It's in Sacrifice. They were in Canada, anyways. And then here's this hometown man, and it's like, okay, well, it doesn't seem like maybe he, signed a new contract with TNA and kept it under wraps for this hometown man stick something.
I still think they need to do an intergalactic detective test, but
An intergalactic test?
no, an in-ring lie detector test.
Oh. You said it so quickly, I didn't hear the lie detector part.
Well, I feel like, this gimmick has been there, done that. I think it's goofy wrestling for life, and I appreciate it. With Cody, I think, like Sammy, he still has a lot left in the tank. If he were to leave TNA, where would he go? Well, maybe Maple Leaf Wrestling, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know if WWE would take him.
Maybe.
I mean, that's possible.
Yeah.
AEW, maybe.
Yeah.
But Cody Deaner has a lot left to give in the ring. And this whole hometown man gimmick, it's probably, I can't stop smiling about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm wondering though, like, how far they're gonna take this thing?
Yeah.
When are they gonna be like, okay, we're gonna, call it quits with this thing? I mean, it's clearly working. Everybody seems to, love it, essentially. It's just, how far are we taking this thing? Because, like, okay, you have him as a hometown man. He's, really getting under people's skin, it seems like. Was like, okay. A lot of people know that it's Cody Deaner. But it's like, what's the point where it's like, okay, do you have a match where, the hometown man takes on Eddie Edwards, for example, and if Eddie beats him, he must unmask, or...
Yeah, I was just thinking mask versus title. But then again, I don't know if that would work out that well if the hometown man won.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's gonna be a point where that has to give. Like, there has to be something where the hometown man really feels that, Cody Deaner is under that mask, but who knows when that's gonna happen.
Exactly.
There are other points where the storyline becomes stale, and I think that's where some people are not understanding. Yeah, storyline is good, but there's gonna become a point where, okay, it's gonna shit the bed eventually, so Cody Deaner's gonna have to fail at some point.
Yeah.
But this morning I had a man, he's just a hometown man!
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a theme song that is up there as far as listen to it too many times and you just get, like, really annoyed with it?
Heck, I even forgot who he was facing.
Riot Nemeth.
Oh, yeah, fucking, well, hometown man's gonna win.
Yeah.
Unless Nick gets involved, then...
Yeah, Nick will more than likely get involved.
We're ready to merge! You gotta buckle up and enjoy the ride!
So next we have a match for the team titles as the Hardys take on the Rascals.
Same shit, different day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, I think the Hardys will retain.
It's not the fact that it's laziness, it's the fact that how many more take teams in TNA are there?
Yeah, I mean, aside from the Rascals, I mean, you do have Myers and Edwards of the system.
I also, yeah.
Yeah, there hasn't been that many tag teams as of late.
And it kind of sucks because you have this partnership with NXT, send somebody from NXT. Got a whole lot of take teams out there,
Yeah,
you know. Yeah, they need team names, but
yeah.
I'm thinking about the guy from Noah,
Oh, Inamura?
Inamura, and
I would say they're no longer a team.
oh,
Yeah.
well, that sucks.
And it's basically made over the, well, NXT Championship. More specifically, Inamura wants to, you know, if he's going to challenge for the NXT Championship, or even the TNA World Title, let's say, he wants to do it with honor and just breaks. It's been like, man, I don't know. And like he's gotten involved in, you know, trying to help Inamura, and, you know, and yeah, they just, yeah.
What about the calling? Calling can have a
The
match.
Calling?
They should do that.
I mean, we did see Dark State
Dark State, yeah, there's another one.
in TNA for a little bit, but I think that was maybe a one and done deal. Who knows? The Calling, yeah. Maybe Hank and Tank.
Yeah, there's another possibility. I mean, you still have take teams that can go for the take team titles in TNA. Yet, you know, you're just throwing the same matches together. Like, I just don't understand it because WWE has done the same thing for 30 some odd years, probably even 40 years. They just throw two take teams and have the same matches over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And yet, what's that going to accomplish? So, honestly, Hardy's are going to win, then let's move on.
At least things nowadays isn't as bad as it was back in, you could say, the early 2000s.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
We would see, like, Shawn Michaels take on Triple H in, like, 10 matches. And then maybe see Randy Orton take on Undertaker in, like, 15, maybe not quite to that extent, but, like, they would have quite a long drawn out feud, if you will, before moving on to somebody else. At least things are, you know, you have the 2, maybe 3 matches, and then you move on.
Yeah.
So next we have
It's alright. We're sailing through the night with pride.
a match for the International Championship as Steve Macklin takes on Jake something, no disqualification.
Oh, this is gonna be a barn burner for sure.
Hi.
I mean, yeah, once again, Jake something is one of those guys who should be the TNA champion right now.
I mean, yeah,
You know, Steve Backlund, the former Marine,
right.
a guy that unfortunately did very bad in WWE.
I wouldn't necessarily say he did very bad. It's just when they had him as a member of the Forgotten Sons, you know, they ran with that for quite a while, didn't really do much with him, and then,
Gunner fucked it up.
well, they were pretty much split up by then.
Yeah, that's true as well. But I like Macklin. and he's had some really good matches within the past 3 years or so.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's going to be time for him to carry the strap, but I'm not sure when that's going to be.
Yeah, who knows?
As far as this match goes, I mean, both guys are very talented, very strong. I don't know who's going to win.
Yeah, really. I mean, it'll be a hell of a match for sure. Who's gonna win?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be bloody, it'll be brutal, it'll be a holy shit moment. Oh, there will be in this match for sure.
Right. So we have a...
We're tearing through the night with pride. You better buckle up when you draw the ride.
titles. We have the Elegance brand, the Inspiration, Fatal Influence, and Legging Lee and Isaiah Brookside.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like to beat that concierge up.
I'm sure a lot of people would.
Yeah. I mean, Nash by Elegance and Heather by Elegance, yeah, those two
Yeah.
have been doing very well. I think since leaving WWE, she's had much better opportunity,
Yeah.
so that's a good thing. Isaiah Brookside and Lei Yingling. Hey, look at that.
Yay, Ling Yi, but close enough.
I feel like they could have the titles.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Inspiration, I can see them with the titles as well.
Yeah.
I think since they've come back, they picked up right where they left off.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah, you know what? I'll pick Inspiration.
Yeah. I mean, the Inspiration definitely would be interesting. It's not that I don't want to see them with the tag titles. It's just, I really don't think we need 3 women with 2, you could say, of TNA's idols. Because, like, okay, you have Fallon Henley and Jasmine next in this match. JC Jane has the Knockout World title.
Yeah.
We don't need to see like Jasmine and Fallon with the Knockouts tag titles as well. I mean, you want to really talk about stirring up shit, that would do it, but like, yeah.
Well, and that's just it too. I don't want to see an NXT invasion in that sense. I mean, you already have one of the NXT roster with a TNA title. I don't want to see that either.
Well, technically too,
Yeah.
because you have JC Jane with the Knockouts title and Trek with the TNA World title.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No turning back, we're ready to merge. You better buckle up and enjoy.
to the X Division Championship. Leon Slater is taking on Cedric Alexander.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like these two guys. I mean, Leon Slater is like one of the best wrestlers, high flyers in TNA.
Yes.
In 2025, I feel like this guy can go places in the near future.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, does this mean he can also cross over to NXT and challenge for the North American title? I'm not sure.
Yeah, really.
That would be interesting. Cedric Alexander used to dream he had it all, and unfortunately, his WWE career took a massive diarrhea dump for some reason, and now he's in TNA. I honestly would have much rather seen him go back to Ring of Honor, but that kind of isn't a thing anymore. Well, sort of.
Well, I mean, it still is a thing. It's just on Honor Club.
but go on to AEW and reunite with the Hurt Syndicate. But he's in TNA, so
Yeah. It's interesting to me how he comes in TNA, he, has a match with Mustafa at the last TNA pay-per-view, and now he's getting a shot at the X-Division Championship.
yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, that's just it too. Like, is that too much too fast?
yeah, who knows?
So, I mean, I won't pick Leon Slater to retain.
Yeah.
I think that Cedric will get it eventually. Maybe at the next pay-per-view, who knows?
Yeah.
We're tearing through the night with pride. You better buckle up when you draw the ride.
The TNA World Title, Trick Williams takes on Moose.
A moment of silence for Trick. So, I feel like that's gonna just be it. What has Trick Williams done as the TNA champion?
I mean,
Hey, he's been on pay-per-views and shit. but-
yeah, he's defended on TNA pay-per-views, which is like, okay,
That makes sense.
that makes sense. I think he did defend the TNA title on, what was it, Great American Bash? No, that's when he won the title from Joe. I don't know, and
Yeah.
like he's defended it quite a few times on TNA pay-per-views. I don't think he's had any matches on Impact. He's hasn't really had many matches on NXT, although I mean just yesterday, him and Moose and Javon Evans and they took on Dark State anyway.
I mean, look, I understand Moose been there, done that. He's already been the TNA champion for,
A while,
yeah,
or held it for a while.
1,000 years, but I feel
Yeah.
like the dude's my age and he could still go like he's in his 20s.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens if Moose wins the title, or let's say Trick holds on to it. Okay, who's going to challenge Trick Williams then?
I mean, there's plenty of opportunities out there.
Meanwhile, I feel like a TNA wrestler hasn't held on to the NXT title.
No.
So, I want to see that. So, honestly, I don't know. I feel like Moose has a better chance,
I suppose, yeah.
but, like, after that, I'm not sure where Trick Williams is going to go.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a co-brand, if you will.
Right.
But at the same time, and I said this in the beginning of the video, what happens once the novelty wears off?
I really don't feel like the novelty will wear off. I just feel like I feel like with both Trick and JC, it's going to be one of those things where it's like, okay, we have them with the opposite brand titles. We'll let them run with it for a little bit, have show the championships on their show, and get people invested in watch NXT, have them watch TNA, find out what's going to happen with the there and vice versa. Once you take it for a while, 3 months, 6 months, however long, then you go, okay, we've got some entry, we've got people watching, Then you can go into, let's say dropping the time of the Moose, and then you can figure out where you go from there, and maybe even, I mean, there was one point where Moose was still the world champion before he dropped it to Joe Hendry.
Right.
You had Moose face Oba.
Yeah.
And Oba's the NXT champion. So you could still do like champion versus champions, or you had brought up the North American Championship earlier, and like Leon Slater challenging for that, him being the X Division champion. You could have Ethan Page go over to TNA. There's still so much you can do with this.
I was gonna save this rant for, well, I'm still gonna save it for Clash of Champions. But let's say the match between Trick and Moose is over. Whoever wins, wins. And then we get a return of one Killer Cross.
I mean, potentially.
But that's gonna be a rant for that time. But I think that would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. I mean, this is going to be a good show. As I just mentioned, we've got Clash in Paris.
Clash in Paris. Forbidden Door.
Yep.
Next weekend. And I do believe also that Sunday is Heatwave.
Oh, yeah.
For NXT. So, train keeps on rolling down the track.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just the way we like it. We are going to have to find a better setup for Mr. Green Screen, and I keep thinking about things, but we'll see.
I mean, it was not a bad idea.
No, not
Throwing it
at all.
over the door.
Yeah.
Like, usually we just close match bedroom door and T would do the door, but of course you guys have seen us have a bit of a time with that, so it's like, alright, we'll throw it over top of the door, close the door, it'll stay in place.
Yeah.
Thing is, okay, green screen's here behind him, I got the closet behind me. Well, kind of closet, but, yeah.
So, this is going to be a good show. I mean, Matt, this is Killer Kyle.
We'll see you next weekend.
Deuces.
Later.